This is the number one habit for regaining muscle mass. After 40, we start losing muscle mass. Some sources say this begins even after 30, but this muscle loss intensifies and accelerates at 50. At 60, we lose about 1 to 2% of muscle mass yearly, which is significant. In this video, I'll share 8 habits to maintain muscle and improve health. What are these 8 habits? I'll tell you now. The last 3 are the most effective, but you need to follow all habits I'll mention to achieve better health. So grab a pen and paper to jot down these habits. This will help you structure and apply the video's content to your life. Let's start with the 8 habits in descending order. Number 8 is about hydration. Why did I put this first? Because I want to emphasize its importance. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day. Older folks tend to feel less thirsty. As a result, they become more dehydrated. If you have a chronic condition like diabetes, dehydration risk increases even more. In my ER experience, I often saw elderly patients, diabetics, and those with high blood pressure come in dehydrated. If you're on meds like diuretics and don't hydrate, it's harder to control blood sugar levels. That's why when people come in with high blood sugar or blood pressure changes, the first thing a doctor does is tell you to hydrate or give you IV fluids. It's crucial to drink 6 to 8 glasses of water daily. This prevents low blood pressure drops if you're on diuretics or blood pressure meds, stabilizes blood sugar, reduces kidney stone risk, and improves overall health. So 6 to 8 glasses a day. Don't drink all 8 glasses when you wake up, though. Spread it out throughout the day. It's an easy goal to achieve. Just a quick note here. I have patients with a specific kidney condition called renal insufficiency. For some, doctors may restrict water intake a bit, okay? So if you have weak kidneys, it's worth talking to your doctor or nephrologist about the ideal amount of water you should drink. I'm giving a general recommendation here. Got it? But these are very, very specific cases. And number 7 is about sleep. Did you know many seniors can't even sleep 6 hours a night? This has serious health consequences. Reduced immunity, muscle loss, increased chronic diseases like high blood pressure and diabetes. So, you need a routine and should prepare to sleep at least 6 hours. Some studies suggest 8 hours, but staying in that range is good. Also, if you take sleep meds like clonazepam, diazepam, alprazolam, or zolpidem, these meds can alter sleep patterns. Even if you sleep 6 hours, you might not rest as well as someone who slept without them. They have specific uses, but they're linked to fall risks, especially in older folks with less muscle mass. That's a big concern. Why? Fractures also significantly impact your health. Got it? If you're on these meds, talk to your doctor about alternatives or tapering off. It could really benefit your health. I know many people struggle with falling asleep, but there are natural techniques. Over time, you can adapt and your body will finally be able to rest. So, sleep is crucial. Are you getting enough sleep? I'll admit for a long time I couldn't because I worked both night and day shifts. But I had to stop those night shifts. It was harming my health. I suggest you look at your life and routine to see what you can improve. Number 6 is about a very common deficiency that affects health and can impact up to 30% of people over 60. As we age, our bodies lose the ability to absorb this vitamin. Which vitamin is it? It's vitamin B. It relies on stomach acid production for intestinal absorption and utilization. You're not eating B12-rich foods like meat and eggs, and often can't absorb it due to stomach acid changes. This is common in older adults and impacts health, as B12 deficiency can lead to anemia. Our body needs vitamin B12 to produce red blood cells. This is serious, as many people never get tested for vitamin B12 levels. Have you had this test? It's crucial to ask your doctor for a B12 test to improve your health. B12 also helps form myelin, the coating on neurons vital for brain function. A lack of this vitamin can even lead to dementia. It's a reversible cause of dementia. So point number 6, check your vitamin B12 levels. This is essential. Low B12 makes good health hard and can lead to anemia and dementia. See how important this is? Item 5. Consuming anti-inflammatory foods. Did you know that body inflammation can harm your health? This topic is trending right now. There are many videos about it, and I'll tell you what's true and what's not. What happens? When we have increased fat mass, it can produce substances that cause inflammation. This generally harms your health and increases heart risk, for example. Inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, ESR, uric acid, and ferritin can be used. And fatty tissue is a risk factor for inflammation. So it's very important to manage your weight. It's item 5, but I'll highlight foods with anti-inflammatory potential like grapes, berries, olive oil, and nuts rich in zinc, selenium, magnesium, and copper. It's crucial to monitor iron intake, as substances in foods like grapes can boost your health. They contain polyphenols and antioxidants that protect against free radicals. Of course, just eating grapes won't solve everything. That's why I explained the link between inflammation and diet and ways to reduce it. Got it? If it were that simple, we'd just eat grapes and inflammation would vanish. So let's pay special attention to item number 5 here. Number 4, as we approach the top 3 most effective, I'll highlight another common vitamin deficiency after 60, vitamin D. Studies show 85% of people in some areas lack minimum vitamin D levels. Just think about that. Vitamin D is crucial for our bone health, for instance. Remember I mentioned fractures earlier? Well, low vitamin D can lead to bone changes and loss of mass. It's vital for muscle health and immunity too. What's the ideal level? 30 nanograms per milliliter or more. Some doctors might recommend 40. Why does this deficiency increase with age? Our skin's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight decreases, so blood tests are necessary. Remember what I said about vitamin B, that you need a blood test? The same applies to vitamin D. Often, symptoms only show up after a fracture, which isn't ideal. It's best to identify it early to prevent complications and improve overall health. How are your vitamin D levels? Do you take supplements? Do you get enough sun? Let me know in the comments below. I always enjoy reading them. It's crucial to note that some countries get little sunlight, so not everyone can get enough sun exposure. For instance, I spend a lot of time in hospitals and can't get the recommended 20 minutes of sun for vitamin D production. Worth mentioning, right? It's not always feasible. Can you manage it? Tell us where in the world you're watching this video from. I'm in Porto Alegre. We do get some sun here, even in winter. It's rarer, but if I can't enjoy it, it doesn't help much. Number 3, moving on to the most effective habits, I want to highlight protein consumption in particular. A study found that 50 to 60% of people over 50 didn't consume enough protein. This can have serious health consequences. Muscle loss or sarcopenia occurs because protein is essential for our life. So what's the right amount to consume? It's important to highlight this. For people over 60, the recommended intake is usually 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. If you're in a country using pounds, I'll provide the conversion for you to understand this part. Some studies on elderly with chronic diseases suggest a higher value, 1.5 grams per kilogram. Note that this isn't absolute truth. It can vary between 1 to 1.5 grams per kilogram of weight. This diet helps maintain muscle mass and improve overall health. Studies also showed health consequences for those consuming less than this amount. So, what protein-rich foods should you include in your diet? Lean meats like chicken, lean beef cuts, eggs, fish, and dairy products are good protein sources. For example, a person weighing 70 kilos should consume about 80 grams of protein daily. It's not easy to reach this level of protein consumption. Studies show that over half of people fail to consume enough protein. This is crucial, so you need to focus on your protein intake. If you're struggling, consult a nutritionist to calculate your specific needs. It's important to note that doctors don't typically do these calculations. As an endocrinologist, I don't do this, but a nutritionist can help you more precisely. But let me tell you about some protein-rich foods for better health. Greek yogurt is also a great option. It's delicious and has double the protein of regular yogurt. great for those who struggle to meet protein goals. The second habit, crucial for maintaining and increasing muscle mass, is progressive physical activity. What's that? Let me explain. For instance, if you go to the gym and lift weights, gradually increase your load. This signals your body to build muscle, boosting metabolism. But it's not just about the gym. I know some can't do that, but walking, running, or water aerobics work too. Do whatever exercise you can access. It's crucial to be physically active, ideally with progression. Of course, if possible, get guidance from a fitness pro, but physical activity is vital. Do you exercise regularly? Don't limit yourself too much, okay? I use the gym as an example, but if you don't like it or can't access one, do any physical activity you can. It's far better than doing nothing. A sedentary lifestyle is linked to a significant rise in chronic diseases. How much time is recommended? At least 150 minutes per week. 30 minutes, 5 times a week, or 50 minutes 3 times a week. Don't do it all in one day. That can backfire and harm your health like a weekend warrior, okay? So spread it over 3 or more days. Habit 1, boost brain health for overall wellness by building cognitive reserve. How can you do this? Remember I mentioned paper at the start of the video. That wasn't by chance. If you did that, well done. Take notes to stimulate your brain, visualize, learn more, and apply it better. Crossword puzzles help too. Learning a new language is great for your mind. I love this point because it keeps you thinking. At my age, I speak Italian, Portuguese, English, and some Spanish fluently. I'm still working on Spanish, focusing more on it now. I suggest you pick the language you enjoy most. Learn Italian. It'll do wonders for your health. It's also a really cool language. What do you think? Which do you prefer? Write in the comments below. But group dancing, for example, can also stimulate you. Do something new to keep your brain active and stay healthy. You'll find yourself exercising more too. It'll help with item number 3. I ask everyone, what do you do to keep your mind sharp? Share here. I love reading your ideas. It gives us all suggestions. I learn from you too. On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate this video? If it's a 10, I'll make more videos like this one. Now, I'd like to suggest something. It's a video where I discuss vitamin B. You've seen how crucial it is to check your B12 levels. It has many functions, and in that video, I cover the signs and symptoms. What happens to your body when this vitamin is low? You'll benefit and boost your memory by watching it, so I suggest you do. Take care. See you next time.